going, let's keep pushing. Now we got the last and final drill work for today. Now what we got going on next is reaction sprint scramble drill. Now this drill is gonna work our conditioning and our reaction time along with speed and also agility as well. So we'll be sprinting from various positions unlike you've probably ever done before. The most important part of this drill is maintaining our form and body control throughout the whole drill. So as you'll see in the different positions that I have you guys sprinting in, it's crucial that we maintain our body control and all of our mechanics so that we'll be able to excel and do the right technique for this drill. You can see I have a cone in front of me and a cone right here. This is our starting line. Those cones right there are at the 5-yard mark. So we first have 2 5-yard sprints in a regular stance. So our regular stance will just be a loaded base athletic stance. We have 2 5-yard sprints, 100% full speed. And in between each rep, we're gonna switch lead foot. So the first rep will be the right foot, the second set will be the left foot. We have 2 reps finishing through the 5 yards, so we're not stopping before the 5 yards, but we're finishing through our head down. We're maintaining our body control and our body level throughout the whole rep. 2 reps at 100% full speed, so this is not at a walk-through pace. This is 100%. Now we're working conditioning. Now we're working on our speed, and this is how we're going to increase our speed and increase our conditioning by going full speed these last couple reps. So now we're going to explain what an athletic stance is and how you should do it. Here's the start line right here. So we want to be right behind it. We want our toes right behind it. We want our back foot slightly back for about 2.5 yards. Now when we're loading, we want our chest forward, we want our knees bent, and we're loading up this back part of our foot, we're only on our toes. So we're not have our foot on the ground, we're not sideways, directly in line, both toes pointing straight ahead, and we're loading on this back toe. Now, for arm movements, we want our hand like this. So if our left foot is up, we want our right hand up and our left arm back. So we're just like this. Now, as you start, we're gonna load up on our toes here, and we're gonna load up on our toes for the back foot. Now as we start, boom, we're gonna push. Notice how low I am during this first step. That is how we generate our speed. The reason why we're low is because in order to generate speed, we have to maintain that low pad level. That's why in each and every drill we did before this, I have you guys staying at a low pad level because that's how we generate our speed and acceleration. Now as you notice, that first step, my right arm's back, my left arm's up, I'm nice and low, just like I explained to you guys. Now, you won't feel as fast and you won't go as fast if you don't explode out low. So if we're loaded up and we're tall, one is our start step is going to be shorter, so we're not going to gain enough distance and we're not going to maximize. Second is we're going to be moving slow. That alone, starting low and popping up, that's already 1 to 1.5 seconds going off your time. So that'll be added onto your time, which would be a slower time and slower movements, and then that's not what we want. So when you explode out, we want to maintain our pad level and stay low. Rep number 1, 5-yard sprint, right foot lead, 100%. Rep number 2, 5-yard sprint. Now I got the left foot in front, 100%, full speed and effort. Next drill we have is we're having lying back sprints now. So what we're gonna, as you can see, the cones are about 10 yards apart. So for the next drill, instead of a 5-yard sprint, this drill is 10 yards. Now we're gonna increase our distance slowly because that's how we gain speed and we can't work at a low capacity. We have to increase it slightly so that we make sure we work longer distance so we can activate more of those muscles. So what we're gonna do is be on our back, and on your move, so whenever you feel like you're ready to go, first rep right now, we're working to the right. So we're on our back, and on your mark, when you're ready to go, boom, we're turning to the right, we're pushing up, and we're sprinting out 10 yards. Now, notice the technique of this. The goal is to turn and get up as fast as you can with the least amount of wasted movement. So notice when I turn, we don't want to come up first and turn like this, because coming up lessens our time, makes us slower, and we don't have that power base. So remember, everything we do, we want low pad level and we want to stay low. So to save time and have quicker power and acceleration and more strength for the start, we simply want to roll over like that. Notice this way rolling over, which takes a long time, to this way, just like that. So you're pretty much rolling into a push-up position. So I'm here, boom. Now when we get up, we want to explode up and drive out. So you're doing pretty much a push-up start after you roll. Now, why we do a push-up start? Once again, for power. If I roll over, but if I don't push-up start and I casually get up, one is, look at my back. All that's out of whack, and that just leads for more problems and injuries. But if we explode up, boom, I'm nice and stable, my torso and upper body is stable, my core is locked in. Now I can drive. So after I roll over, this is the second portion. So as I push up, boom, right there. Now it doesn't matter which lead foot you start with. So if you want to push up and explode, and start with your right foot, it'll look like this. Boom. If you're left-footed like me, boom. So you have the option to do that. We have 2 reps, one going to the right, one going to the left. 10 yards, 100% full effort. We're working our speed and agility. Also, with that power movement, we're working our upper body strength and our core, along with our explosion with our get off. Let's get to work. So here's the first rep. Obviously, each rep is full speed, but I'm gonna show you this at a walk-through pace. That way you understand how it should look and how you should do it. So I'm going to the right, so I'm rolling to the right. Rep number 1, full speed, 10-yard sprint, turn it to my right side first. Rep number 2, 10-yard sprint, 100% full speed and effort. Now I'm turning to the left side. For the next set, we have stomach sprint. So we're gonna start on our stomach. We're gonna go and explode into a push-up position, and we'll be sprinting for 15 yards. Remember key points, we wanna stay low and really focus on the drive phase, and we should stay low from here all the way through the finish line. Rep number 1, starting on the stomach, 15 yards. And remember, when you're starting on the stomach and you push up, you wanna switch your get out foot. So if you get out with the right first, next rep, get out off the left foot. So this is rep number 1, stomach sprint, 15 yards, starting with the right leg. Rep number 2, stomach sprint, 15 yards. Now I'm leading with the left foot. Next drill, we're gonna start in a kneeling stance. We have 2 reps of these, one on the right knee, one on the left knee, for 20 yards. So we got 100% effort, full speed, 2 reps on each leg for 20 yards. So now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna start at the right knee. So we want our left toe right at the starting line, not past it, not on it, right at it, so our toe should just meet the start line. Then we're gonna go ahead, put our foot back, about 2.5 yards, whatever feels comfortable for you. The position of your back foot is gonna vary depending on how tall you are and how short you are. So I'm a pretty tall, lengthy guy, so my leg is gonna be right here and I feel comfortable right here. From here, we're gonna drop down right to our right knee. Now notice, this knee is slightly meeting where my toes is, and that's how you want it to be. So we have our right arm up, our left arm to pocket. Now notice I'm tall. Now what we're gonna do is have a slight lean. Now from here, we're gonna do our sprint start. So remember, it all starts with low base. We have to have low base. That's how we're gonna get our power and explosive and our acceleration. So from here, I have my head down, slightly lean forward. Most of my weight is at the balls of my feet right here and the balls of my toes in the back. Now we're gonna push and explode, just like that. See my first step, I'm nice and low. My left arm's up, my right arm's back. We wanna stay at that nice and low plane right there, because that's how we're gonna get our power. Now I'm gonna do the first rep right now at a nice slow walk through pace. so you could understand how it should be done. Rep number 1, right knee down, 100% full speed, 20-yard sprint. Rep number 2, 20-yard sprint, 100% full speed and effort. Now I got the left knee down, right leg up.